Hey, what's up everyone? Before I get into the video, I'm gonna start doing this a little more often. I hope you're okay with it. We make some of the best darn shirts on the planet. I'm a tweener now, so I've lost about 25 pounds, 30 pounds. And this is a large. I'm squeezing into a large. I should probably go get the extra large back out. But I don't talk about my apparel enough. We have these Richardson hats, which have a flex fit stretch to them. Actually, this color doesn't have the stretch, but these are the trucker hats that you see me wearing, Mike wearing all the time. They look great. And then these are shirts that we print. The Dialed In shirt is one. This is my favorite design. We have kind of the little Obsessed Garage down the side here. We make this in black. We make it in blue, lapis blue. We make it in a heather, which is a tri-blend type shirt. And I think we make it in a navy as well. So go to obsessedgarage.com. Your support means the world to me. Helps me make these videos and get good cameras and do the things that we do to hopefully improve the detailing and garage and home space. But go to the Obsessed Life tab. You can look at all the different apparel stuff. I'm telling you, you get a hold of one of these shirts, it'll be your favorite shirt. Next thing you know, you'll be buying one of all of them. I've got a lot of new designs coming as well over the course of the next 3 to 5 months, 3 to 6 months. Where did I get 5 months from? But anyway, enough of the commercial. Let's get into the video. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, good afternoon for me. It is Saturday afternoon. Chase and I are hanging in the garage here. It's a really hot day outside. I'd plan to go do a ruck, but I'm gonna wait for the sun to start to go down. I wanted to do a long ruck this morning, but I went to Ryan's basketball game. What I've been planning for a little while here, now that I'm back home from the LZ project, I'm getting back to ordinary life. I talked about in those videos a lot of my organization process. I have a inbox with no emails in it. Actually, right now I have 11 emails. I just checked. Those are my Friday reports from my leadership team, and then a couple of other emails that I have to get to, which I usually clean out on Monday morning. I am a guy that likes all of my drawers to be organized. For example, if, let's say this place were to burn down, I could, off of memory, I could go through each drawer in every room of this house and get it like 95% correct. I know what I have, where I have it, why it's there, and I don't know why I do. Part of it is because I stay minimal. So I keep things to what I actually need or what I'm actually going to use. So I'm going to give you a little insight into how my mind works here today. Just carry the camera around while I'm here tinkering in the garage. And the other reason I wanted to make this video, or I needed to do this sort of organization project, was I'm losing the yarn building in a couple of months. So I'm losing my video studio where I do all the detailing and all that stuff. It's springtime, so it's time to start detailing. All my cars are dirty. My E36 needs to be detailed, like paint corrected. It's like maintenance paint correction. The Rivian's dirty. So all the cars are dirty. The other thing I need to do is the Raptor is due for a maintenance correction, just an update and recoding. So this is the perfect time of year to do it for me. Perfect time of year for you to be watching the videos and going to Obsessed Garage and buying all the stuff I'm talking about. So I'd love to spend a little time here today to make sure that my arsenal is up to date, because you're going to be getting a lot more videos here at my house garage for the next 5 or 6 months while we're building out the new building that I purchased. That series is going to be pretty epic, but in the interim, I don't have anywhere to do what I love doing, which is washing cars and detailing stuff and fixing paint. And so I want to get my drawers and cabinets and all the things that I love and as part of the detailing process. I never really went through and made a list, make sure I have the right amount of towels, the right amount of products, make sure that my buckets are up to snuff, and I like to do this every so often, go through and make sure everything is up to date and looking good. So let's kind of get started. I've got a yellow pad, I got my laptop, I got the website open. I'm going to just start open up cabinets and dialing this place in. All right, before I get too far into this, I wanted to just get these put away. These are the samples, and I just kind of got caught out in the rain, so they kind of got messed up. But I've been looking at these are from Dowel. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that. Dowel Tile, like Dallas Tile, and these are some really heavy duty, low slip rating. They are a high density tile that we can use in the garage. So they're, what are they, 3/4 of an inch thick roughly. And so these are all samples that I'm considering. Maybe we start carrying these after I test them. But I've been considering doing some sort of textured, low slip rating tile in the new wash bay in the new building. So I had these kind of sitting out. So what I always end up doing in the garage before I get started is I always end up just kind of reorganizing some stuff. And I always piddle before I piddle, tinker before I tinker. I'm sure that many of you garage guys can relate. But I think the color that I'll end up doing, I do like this Jet Setter, which is the stone attaché sample. This one here, Jet Setter. Oh, these are the same samples. Oh, so we got these wrong. So this is light gray, dark gray, light gray, dark gray. Goes like that. So I've got two of these, and then this is the Virtuo one. Those are pretty sweet too. This would be really cool in a smaller area, smaller garage, nice light tile. And then these are the wood looking finishes. Anyway, I'm gonna find a spot to put these in the drawer somewhere till I'm ready to deal with them. The other thing I'm doing really quickly is I've got the Fat Boy pads for my Viper chair. I'm gonna put these on real quickly before I get started organizing. This has been sitting in my cabinet for months, and I wanna get this done. All right, so it's Monday. I got a little sidetracked this weekend. I'll show you all the cabinets. I started rewiring stuff, organizing every drawer, moving stuff into the attic, moving stuff around. So that's pretty typical of a crazy person. So I went to Ryan's basketball game on Saturday. Then I came and started talking to you. And then I worked all night till probably like 9 o'clock the next day. Or 9 o'clock that night on Saturday, working on what I'm about to show you, all the drawers, just kind of getting prepared to then do what I decided to make this video about. It's just something I've been putting off since really I put these cabinets in. I hadn't gone through each of the drawers and just kind of set things up and organize things. And then yesterday, went mountain biking, did a really hard ride, just was feeling beat up. And then came home, went to Ryan's, the final of his basketball game, came home and just kind of vegged out for a while. So I went to bed at 8:30 because I got up at 5 a.m. this morning. It's about, time is it, 8 o'clock this morning. So I went to the gym, cold plunged, went back to sleep for an hour. And now here I am. All right, so let me show you what I was working on. So the first thing I did, clean out this corner here. I keep my Park Tool kit here, Park Tool, whatever, quick stand. I moved my barbell back here because I have been working out in the driveway periodically. And then I have my line light, a long level, and then my step stool, which I use often because things are pretty tall here around here. And then I had all my weights sitting here, just a few weights, just so I can put a workout together that were sitting right there. And so I moved them all into here. So I moved the jack out, and I've got, 1,000 pounds of weight or so, a couple of 50s, wall ball, kettlebell, some of my knees over toes stuff sitting here that I can easily access and pull out. Until I build a garage out here someday, maybe, I think that just having a few weights is not a bad thing to have. And then I went up here and rewired all this. So my charging stuff for video, these kind of sit here, and my bike shifter, my SRAM axis thingy. And then I've got all my wiring there for all my ScanGrip lighting. So I'll take inventory of the ScanGrip stuff. And then of course we have our AV up there, which I didn't do anything with this weekend. So, and my bike pump is right there. So that's nice and organized. All of my camera stuff at home is here. So I keep my GoPros, keep my vlogging camera and my other vlogging camera, and then batteries and stuff in this drawer. I use this often. I'll put the tripod and the camera that I'm shooting on right now, the C70, I'll keep that in this drawer as well. So I went just reorganize that. Then I moved some stuff out of here so I can keep my cycling stuff, so my 2 cycling bags and my 2 heart monitors here, and all my main cycling stuff up here. I organized it in some bins and just set it all up. Put the C-sucker on the back, have extra tubes, all my loops and stuff like that. This drawer, just extra bike crap. This drawer is extra weights, so smaller weights, and jump rope and bands and stuff like that I'll keep here. And I moved my ruck pack. I don't think I did anything in this bottom drawer, so I emptied. I have an empty bottom drawer, and then I keep my ruck, my Go Ruck here, and there's plates underneath it. And then all this stuff stays the same. I mean, just for this video purposes. All this is coming out. This is all of the tester stuff that I've been playing with. This will be going to HQ here shortly as I build out the kit of, what's this stuff? Vera kit. So I've got that drawer, this drawer, and this drawer. So these are all things that I think made the cut that will be going into my Wera kit in the future. Now I didn't do anything to these drawers, but just to show you kind of how it's organized in case you're new here or haven't watched a video of mine before. Yes, I have a bunch of tape measures. I find that some of them are metric. I've got a 40, a 50, 100 millimeter, or 100, 40 foot, 50 foot, 100 foot, 35 foot, and down to 16 foot. So I have those set up. And then all these drawers here in the middle are all of my Sonic array of foam inlays. So all the foam inlays look like this. Then in these drawers, this bank, I have all of my Milwaukee accessories for doing stuff. This one hasn't gotten used nearly as much as my other one. I have one set at HQ and one set here. This one I just have as, use it whenever I work on the house, whenever I do something. So these cabinets are pretty simple, just some lubricant stuff, oil. We've got a whole lot of extra space here at home. Towels, safety glasses, nothing drastic there. And then this bank on the left is where I have just miscellaneous nuts and bolts that are organized in by category or by type. And I've got another drawer below with tapes and adhesives. And this setup is organized. I'm not going to make a list of things that I'd like to have as far as extra stuff to fill these drawers, but I probably have 10 empty drawers. I have basically 2 full cabinets, and I can, I've got plenty of space to do whatever I need to do. And then finally, this is what I call them in my Milwaukee Master Collection, and then my Ego stuff. So I have the Ego Light, a couple of Ego blowers. I have the Milwaukee cordless shop vac I've been playing with, and then I have my floor jack. So now, today's plan is to take inventory of the things I have. I'm gonna work through the OG website as my list creator, going through one package at a time. I've got gallons down here. I've got miscellaneous stuff up top here in these cabinets. Then I've got my various spray bottles with stuff. I've got buckets. And so this is what I started this whole project that I'm 8 hours into was to go through and detail out what I have, what I'm missing, because again, this is going to become my main video place and main hub for doing all detailing for the next 6 or 8 months while we build out. We tear out one studio, we tear out the yarn building, and then eventually, build out the new studio. I call it my studio. I call this my garage, and I call that my, basically just building another garage at the new HQ. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to the website, go to Obsessed Garage. I'm going to shop the garage section, which is where all the detailing stuff is. And I'm going to use this as a guide to go through my cabinets and say, what am I missing? So when I started this, it was a WordPress site, and I'd originally started Obsessed Garage as the obsessedgarage.com just as a place to organize everything. Because I was always getting people asking me, and I have the same thing happening with the houseware stuff from the Adam LZ project. So I'm going to put together a similar list of what I did in the very beginning. Is I was getting everybody asking me, okay, what did you use for this? What did you use for that? Can you send me an email with a list of the things I should get? And so then I built obsessedgarage.com to put links to Amazon and to other sites. And then I found it was really difficult for people to buy the stuff. And so eventually I built the website. And so the concept of the site, and so I'm going to test this out here. I haven't done this. I didn't come in here prepared this morning. I'm going to figure out, can I use this as a guide? And if I can't, we're going to go and change it to make sure I have a complete set of things. The first thing I noticed that we're missing is what I'd really like to have is just a simple master collection. So I'm going to write that down. So the master collection would be, to me, what if I had a grouping of products, so let's say, quote, all the products. So if I had all the products in my garage here at home, what would that be? And then I want to build an expanded group. Like the thing that really makes sense to me. So if you look at Park Tool, now I don't know how complete this is, but notice they have a master toolkit and a picture of all the things laid out. And I can pull this picture up. And so one of these days I'm going to buy the master toolkit. Now, I don't think Park Tool makes the best tool in each category for bikes. But what you can do, I think there's a listing of somewhere on here, and if there isn't, there should be. Yeah, so here's a listing of all of the things in the kit. And so what I would use this for, what I've done before, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it because it's a lot of money, is I would use this kit as a shopping guide to then go build a complete set. And then because, I don't want to spend $10,000 on bike tools, I'll use that as a, then I'll create different categories of what I would buy and when. So I want to have that same thing on Obsessed Garage, and we do, but I think that we need to create the Obsessed Garage Detailing Master Collection. And that Master Collection would essentially be everything that we have in this garage here, everything that I have in this garage that I feel like I need in the detailing section of the site in order to be able to do a car from start to finish. What products do I need? What products am I missing? And then if I can use a master list, that would help me out. Now, because I don't have that master list, let's kind of work through this one section at a time. All right, so buckets. I do have buckets. I do have the gray casters. And so I have red wash, blue rinse, black wheels. And so the bucket package I can check off the list. So I have that. And so microfiber 3.0. So let's go and count. I want the ultimate section, the ultimate. I need to have rags to riches. And I do want to have large drying towel. So that's a $1,200 kit of towels. Now, how many towels is that? So the master, it's denoted down here. It's 204 towels, so 20 of each. And then it's 12 drying aid and wheel towels and 6 large drying towels. So what is that? 204, 210, 222, 234, How much is that per towel? $234, but we get rags to riches as well. But just a quick $1,200 divided by 234. That's like $5 per towel, but we also get rags to riches, a gallon and a quart. So that's what, say $50. So 1222 minus $50 divided by 234. Yeah, $5 a towel. Some of those towels are really expensive. Some of them are pretty cheap, but they're all either high 70-30 or they're high quality Korean and Chinese made towels. But here's a problem. This is something that we're working on. So what are we missing here? Okay, so we're missing rags to riches, and that's what's creating a reserve your spot. So one of the things that has happened, and we moved into the new building. I knew I was going to have to put up a lot of money to move into the new building. So I was really worried about cash flow and the risk there. So I had to put a significant down payment down and pay closing costs, combined with this is always the lean time of year, this January, February time, and we were moving. And so I ran inventory pretty low, and now it's taking us a little time to catch up. So if you'll bear with me as you're buying stuff, just know that I'm working on it. We have to build it back slowly as cash comes in, cash goes out. And despite what most people think, I don't have money trees in the backyard. I just doing what every small business owner does and just trying to manage it, trying to make payroll, making sure that I can still, buy inventory and then hopefully provide you guys value. So I'm going to go through and let's count all of our towels. All right, so I'm going to keep my pad here and we'll just write down what we need. Okay, so I'm supposed to have 12 of these. Now I also have some in here, so let me kind of separate this out. And that's a large drying towel. Just count these. Some of these I might have extras of. Make sure we go and get an accurate count of everything. This is probably going to take me most of today. I've got to go do some stuff over at the garage, so we're just going to knock out the towels here and then keep working through, keep making this video for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14, 15 of these. I do have a few. I have a few of these that are loaded up, and I don't know which one they are. Meaning after a while when doing drying with silicon dioxide-based drying aid, eventually we end up in a position where the towels become hydrophobic. And so I know there's at least a couple of them. So we'll keep the 15 here. So I don't need any of those. This is part of the car washing package, so we'll deal with that later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Same thing there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 large drying towels, and it's 6 in the package. So I need 2 large drying towels. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And that one's not very good. So I need 2 orange towels, large or small, what we call small low pile drying towels. So I've got 20 of the Pluffles. I'm good there. My multi-purpose, 1, 2, 19, 20. 20 of these, that's good. Because I'm going to start polishing here, I need to make sure I get all my polished stuff as well. These were towels that, I don't know what these are from, but I need to take these out of here. They're beater towels because showed up a weird color. So low pile coating or polish removal. 1, 2, 15. So I need 2 high pile, or what we call wax removal. Okay, not too bad. So I would do something like this if I were you, as you kind of beat up your towels and go through these. You would buy some new and just use the Master Collection or the Ultimate Collection package to go through and make sure you have the right amount of towels. I like 20. 10 is probably okay. I just don't like to have to, if I get long in the tooth on my washing, I don't want to have to wash every single time I use my towels. And normally, like over at HQ, my towel cabinet would be raided much more often by me because I'm doing a lot more detailing. Plus, I've been gone for several months. So normally a good 50% of these towels would be in the bin there, and then I like to wash them in bulk, you know, and not just wash one or two at a time. All right, so I glossed over the bucket package, but this is just for those of you watching this. You know, I've taken a lot of heat over the years. I'll reserve your spot on that. I must be missing something. One part or piece. It's frustrating to, you know, we're rebuilding the stock. But the thing you keep in mind, the casters, the dollies, the dolly stays, the buckets are 6-gallon buckets, so the buckets are more expensive. The Gamma Seal, the inserts, you know, so you have the detail, what's the brand of this? Detail something or other. Did we update that? What are they called? Gamma Seals and dollies. Detail guards, that's right. So they're grit lock. And so all this stuff adds up. So that's why the darn thing's so expensive. Just the box alone to ship it out to people is like $5 or something, $4.50 or something like that, because it's a really big box. And then you got tape, and then you got time to package it, and you've got the plate. And so I think my cost on this like something like $240 or $250 or something like that. And then we maintain something like a 30% margin on it to, you know, make a few bucks for doing all the work. And it's just part of you know, putting it together. So anyway, I've got 2 sets of buckets here. So let's pick one. The only reason I have 2 sets of buckets, I'm trying to be, you know, Mr. Fancy guy here. One is from OGHQ, and the other one is from here. And so I had taken them to Adams. So I'm going to take these, which need new casters. These casters are my original casters, so these are probably 5 years old. And so they're a little banged up. And so I like the gray caster combo. So my preference is to have gray wheels versus the red wheels. We didn't have gray wheels in the beginning. So got some mail here to go through. Let's make sure all of my brushes and everything are good. We'll go through that in a minute. But I have the detail guards in all of these. They're looking good. So these other buckets I'll take and take those back to the yarn, which will eventually end up, you know, somewhere else. Okay, so now I'm trying to decide what to do with the polishing solution here. Do I want to open up a bunch of new stuff, or do I want to just borrow from my stash at Yarn? Now, we do need to update this package because the 3-inch has been replaced by Mirka. So I still think the polishing essentials, so if we look at the full what you get. So we definitely want Perfect Finish and Cut Max. I think we also need to add in Griot's Griot's polish as well. No, because the Griot's I think is an additive. So yeah, we have Cut Max and then Jescar. Yeah, this is not in the package either. So this is part of what we've been working on, is going through a serious upgrade of our individual parts and pieces. And so what I'll do is, after making this video, I'm gonna have all my guys go in and sort of descend upon this, on all these different things that I'm looking at, and make adjustments, make changes. So maybe I should maintain, that's why I had this second tablet here to update this stuff. So let's see, so polishing package needs updating. So 3-inch Mirka instead of, to replace the Rupes. we no longer have M39, so no more M39. No M39. And this, so we have 3-inch, 5-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch. So let me just see. Yeah, we don't have any options here, and we're out of stock of something. So that's another thing to look into. Okay, so we're doing yellow, yellow, white, yellow, yellow. Okay, so let me make sure I have all this stuff here. So let me start pulling out of the cabinets everything I got and then work through this. So if we were to go back to our list here, so then we have packages. So the polishing package is less and gives you more options. So if you were to add these in, okay, so that adds up to the polishing. The summation of this adds up to the polishing solution. So, so this is why I think it's so important. I really want to get the master collection, because then it would add up all this stuff of all the things that I think you need. So let me go start to get stuff out of my cabinets and we'll see what we got. So this is what I have here for polishing. I have the one Rupes polisher, the 3-inch, but I think I'm gonna nix that all together. It's tough because it really is nice. Let me grab it and show you what I'm talking about. It's a nice polisher. You know, I'm really torn because this is what I'm having Nick and the product team come over to help me out with this, because I'm getting really sidetracked on this. I kind of have a feeling that as I dug into this project that it would become a much more significant, or the thought process would become much bigger, much more significant. This ergonomically is great. The balance isn't perfect. The battery's good. I didn't put the new paddle on this, but the new paddle is better. You know, where you don't accidentally hit it all the time. But in comparison to the Mirka, this is, you know, not even close to as good. But this sucker is, what is this thing? 400 bucks. So if I were to look at, yeah, it's 425 bucks for this sucker. So 425 versus 880 in the world of progressing. This has always been a conundrum of trying to figure out how to get you guys the simplest and easiest way to make purchases, but give you some options. The problem is if I give you too many options, then it becomes really complicated and becomes more difficult to figure out what to buy. So in my life, this is leaving it. So it's not going in my cabinet here at my house. And so does that mean that this shouldn't exist on my site? Because again, if I don't have the extra $460, this is a stretch. I'm certainly not going to stretch to the Mirka. And I'm not trying to capture everybody, but I'm trying to create progressions. So I want to answer the question, what would I have done had I had X amount of money to buy something? Or what would I have done when I was younger, maybe didn't have the means? What would I do if polishing was not like my thing, but I did want to have the stuff that I would want to get the job done? And buying the $880 Mirka doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense to most people. The other disadvantage of the Mirka is that, you know, sometimes I may want to use a 3-inch with a little bit more ergonomics, like if I was polishing something really large. So I think that I'll have one of these in a cabinet somewhere, but I don't know that I would have it here at my house. This would be in the luxury category. So that's what I'm trying to put together here as I'm working through this project. And this is long overdue for me to get into detailing. I built the darn Obsessed Garage website by doing this, just obsessing over the details of what I want, what should somebody else want, how can I simplify what I want, and then chances are if there's something that I want, and I've probably done more digging or more research or more trial and error than most, The real value that I can add to you is writing it down, creating spreadsheets, creating systems that make it easier for you to go and purchase and then make less mistakes. You don't have to buy as much and try as much like I have. So that's what I'm working on, struggling with right now. So anyway, pads here, I wrote this down. So white pads. So for example, here I have 8 white. So I have 8 3-inch, 8 5-inch. I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and I must have 9 of these. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And for some reason I have 1 extra one here. So if I'm going to be polishing here, I would, I'd have 8 white. And I don't use white pads as often. But I want 12 yellow. So I'm going to deal with, but I don't want as many 2-inch. So I have 10 1-inch, which I'll use a lot. I want to have 12 3-inch. I want to have 12 5-inch. I don't want to have any 6-inch or 7-inch face pads because I'm not using those. So I use yellow pads most often. The other pads I'm missing here is microfiber. So I'm missing my microfiber cutting pads. So I need Rupes white, yellow, blue. Now in the blue space, I think I only want 6. I don't want as many because I don't use as many of the blue microfiber cutting pads as I do the yellow and the white. So 3-inch, 3-inch. I'm also missing Lake Country's 1-inch, and I like a lot of those. So I'm going to have 6 2-inch, and I'm going to have 12 1-inch. And then Rupes blue, so I don't use as many of these wool pads. And so I already have 7 of each, so I'm going to bring 1 more of each of those, and I'm missing the 1-inch size of Rupes blue wool, coarse wool. I use it sometimes, so it's a good thing to have in my arsenal. And so I think that I think it's time for me to update, some of the packages in the store and really figure this out. And so what I'm working on here is I think I need to create a basic, advanced, and ultimate package for polishing. I can have my guys working on this stuff, but sometimes you just need to have the guy. I'm the guy. Sometimes you just need to have the guy get into it, dig into it, make sure. I'm going to spend all week on this, working on this. I think it's worthwhile. It's a lot of fun to me, but it is until I have to chew on it quite a bit to get this all worked out. All right, I got myself a seat here. This is going to be a while, and I got some assistants here to help me do this. So I went through all the pads, and so what we're doing is we're creating, building the master collection. And so I'm missing white, yellow, blue Rupes microfiber cutting. I'm missing a few yellow pads. I'm missing Lake Country 1-inch in the microfiber cutting pads. I'm missing Rupes, a few wools, and a few yellows. So we'll take care of that now. So polishing is over here in this section under your shopping garage, and you go over here to detailing, compounds, and polishes. And so if I were building master collection, like what I want here, I want big and littles, because I use the little one, I refill from the big. So Jescar, Perfect Finish, Cut Max, DA Coarse, and Fast Correcting. And then, I don't know, in polishing, do we call metal polish? Do we put it in there?
I believe, I could be wrong, but I think metal polish is actually in like the decon package.
Yeah, we would.
In one of those other weird packages.
Yeah, we would put it somewhere else. Okay, so I'm missing, so what do I have here? So I need the small DA Rupes. I need 2 griots, Fast Correcting. So tape would be two of each, 2-inch, 2 2-inch, 2 1-inch, 1 1/4-inch. And so like, an advanced package would probably have 1 of each, or something like that. Or skip the 1/4-inch, kind of thing. Just get your essentials going. All right, so I have the tape here, so that's good. Tape is, and where is tape in this section? So if we go here, that would be under accessories somewhere. It's not going to be under polishing.
Tape, pads, accessories.
Yep. So here's all the pads I was talking about. So there's your yellow, wool polishing, our Lake Country, because Rupes doesn't make a 1-inch, our white foam, white foam. There's our yellow microfiber, our white microfiber, our blue microfiber. We do have a nano package, but we don't have a polishing pads package. And so we need to build that out as well. All right, so that's where I'm at. I'll come back to you as we work through this. Okay, so in building out the master collection here, what I decided we're gonna do is we're gonna put like everything out here. It's gonna make a giant explosion in my my garage here because it's confusing. And the reason it's confusing, I'm just realizing this. Over the years, we've started to, I'm a curator, not a retailer, and we have some things that I like a lot, but I'm not really using. We have the 6-inch Rupes polisher. We have the 3-inch Rupes polisher. We have the Flex XFE 15. We've got a bunch of stuff in here. We got the 21 millimeter Milwaukee polisher. We're gonna get rid of this stuff. I'm gonna get it out of the store. We're gonna narrow and really focus in on what ends up in this garage. Because if it's not in this garage, it doesn't belong. And so we're gonna eliminate, if the new Rupes, if I like it more than the Milwaukee, then it's going to replace it. I still think we need a corded 5-inch, like in my master collection in my garage. I always want to have one of those. I think we're going to eliminate the LTA 125, the LTA 75, and just do the LHR 75. I do like the PXE 80 because of the flexible shaft. We're going to eliminate the HLR 75. And I think that long term, I'll do better sales-wise if I just simplify it for you guys and not make it so darn complicated. That was the original thesis, and start to become a little bit too big. Too many choices, too many options. I'm not trying to be everything to everyone. I want it to be the right thing for what's in my garage and what I think is the best. So we finished up polishing. I also want 2 of the claw tools here. So we did pads, we did polishes and chemicals, which would be, I do like having eraser and panel wipe. We've got tape.
Polishers.
And polishers, yeah. All right, so the car washing category, I have everything here. So I have everything except I need a McKee's 32 ounce. I need the Pro Blends, so I need the 32 ounce version of the Pro Blend. This is the gallon version. I have an extra thing of GSF, but I have GSF. I have my drying aid and my Press-All bottle. I have Reset, big and little. I don't have a little drying aid here, but I don't care about that. I don't need that. Well, maybe I better bring it here just to be. Get rid of the littles in the master collection not for polishes. Anything we're going to put in a Press-All bottle. There's no reason to have a little. I'm never going to use it. I'm always going to do Press-All, except for McKee's. I like having a 32 ounce of McKee's because it's just easier to dispense.
Yep.
Yeah, so I need a 32 ounce there. I need the synthetic Detail Factory brush here. I don't have that. But there's our package of car washing stuff. 4 pads. Oh, I also need 3 deli pads as well. I have 1, but I need the 3rd deli pad. 3 more of these guys for the package. So I need those for this. All right, let me go through my list here of our wheel and tire. So our package, I want to completely redo, but if we're talking master collection, what you get. So I'm putting together what I have here, what I'm missing. So in my garage, I don't want a 32 ounce brake buster. I want a Press-All bottle. If I'm doing brake buster, yeah, so I want 2 1-gallon bottles of brake buster and a Press-All and label. I want Press-All and label for tire dressing, and I want a gallon. I want a Press-All label and Press-All sprayer, and I want a gallon of Hyde's Serum Rust Stopper. I don't want Iron Buster, so I'm eliminating that. Racer, I don't want in this package. Tarex, I don't want in this package. I don't want the wheel coating in this package or the applicators. I do want Shine Supply Wise Guy, and I'm gonna do a press all on the label. I want 4 bottles of Terminator because I use a lot of that. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I don't want clay. So the wheel cleaning brush kit. So I want the wheel cleaning brush, the big and small. I want the Detail Factory. Right now it's the Race Glaze brush. So 2 Race Glaze brushes. I want the curveball for applicator, small and large easy detail, 2 lambskin mitts, and then the towels we talked about. The towels are part of our bigger package. So I'm going to go through what I have and what I need. All right, so there's our wheel and tire package. I think that's what we call it. Yep, and our wheel and tire package is right there. Okay, next up is our interior package, which I'm going to work on. So I'm changing the interior package quite a bit. So I'm just using the photo here to work off of, and then figuring out what I'm missing. So this is wheels. Interior should be artificial cleaner, which I'd have this. No, I have artificial protector. I'm missing artificial cleaner. The artificial cleaner I would need for the Rivian. Yeah, we carry 2 sizes, the 200 milliliter and the 1. We don't carry these little guys.
Yeah, that's another one where they attach that to this randomly.
Gotcha, okay. FU. I have FU. There should be another interior cleaner. The Griot's interior scent is no longer, which stinks. Interior cleaner, okay, I got that and that. Okay. All right, so we've gone through all the packages. So let's go through here and look at the individual shampoos and washes. All right, so we got GSF, we got Reset, we got Decon, we got McKee's. We need an AccuPore, 8-ounce AccuPore pitcher. Towels, mitts, and brushes. We have our towels. We did all our pads. I mean, I don't really like the mitt. The mitt is just a preference thing. All right, everybody, it's day 3. I got the same shirt on. I didn't put the shirt on again. Must have washed it. So here is where we're at. So I had met with the purchasing team to get them up to speed, make sure all our detailing stuff is together. We've got our polishers here. I went over to the yarn building and grabbed the things that I was missing. So I should have largely a complete set here now. So I'm going to go back through. You can see the master collection. So the detailing master collection is going to start with this. And then the master collection is what we're going to separate out and create. The old system that we were using, or the system we use for pressure washing, I'm convinced after thinking about this incessantly the last week, we can't do the simple kit solution. It needs to be more essentials, like what do you start with? And what's the pathway to get to this? What path do I take to get to a full master collection? How do I get there? And then how do I, what does it cost to do that? And then from my perspective, then using this platform to teach and to say, okay, here's why you would have this, here's why you would have that, here's why you choose this or choose that, here's why you need a foam cannon for your wheels, and working through it that way. So here's what the master collection looks like. You have and I think bucket package is included in our detailing. It's because I think it's an absolute essential to have some form of buckets. So you have the bucket package, the microfiber package, press all package, polishing package. We have car washing, wheel and tire, interior, paint protection, decontamination, lights, and then you have your miscellaneous add-ons. So from here, I'll do a follow-up video once we kind of get this. I may do this inside the Hex tomorrow. Nick and I are just going to start moving this stuff around and figuring out what are our packages going to be. So that's tomorrow's plan. So thanks for hanging out with me in the garage this past couple of days. I'd like to share more of this stuff with you, the process of what I go through personally, and then Obsessed Garage is and always will be an iteration of hopefully delivering you some value, or packaging up, bottling up my crazy brain and putting it in a solution-based website called obsessedgarage.com that provides a person everything you would need to do it on a either consumer level, professional level, or professional grade level, everything in between, prosumer level. And so that's my intention with Obsessed Garage as a business. I'm doing this really for my garage and for what I'm going to be using and why. And then I realized several years ago that there's some value in that. I mean, how many other crazy people, I'm sure there's a few of you watching this video, would spend 3 days of their lives digging through and organizing, reorganizing, organizing again. There aren't many of us in the world, and so I think it's important that we all continue to share that. So anyway, thanks for watching this, and I appreciate your support. I appreciate your patience on those of you who have clicked reserve your spot. I'm working diligently to clean that up so we're not having people wait for stuff. Generally, I wouldn't be too afraid if you order something. We usually have it inbound, so it's coming in. It's just that we got a little bit behind. Everything's coming in and going out, and so our base stock levels needed to be we need to get back into our base stock level and then reorder from that, because our move took a month and a half longer than I thought it would. So I appreciate your support this spring, and help keep us in business, help keep us doing this stuff. I'll keep chasing it if you guys, let's not lie here. I'm going to keep chasing it regardless, but hopefully it'll help me chase it even more and quicker if you guys continue to support it. So thanks for all that, and I'll see you in the next video.